Timit the Fool is coming as a fragment fusion to the game. A lot of negativity out there on him. Haven't seen a lot of too much really anybody say anything good about him. But let's see why everyone's kind of hating on my man Timit here. He looks pretty awesome. Well, let's check him out. All right, I'm Gustle from Gustle Gaming. We're gonna do a deep dive into my man Timit here. Hey Timit, how about you do a little spin for us, would you? Pretty cool looking champ, I gotta say. Kind of Halloween themed with the the clown. There's the It movie, right? Isn't that kind of gets a lot of play during Halloween? A lot of people dress up as clowns, evil ones or happy ones, whatever, during Halloween. So obviously it fits the motif, I think. Looks really cool. Did a great job. They do a great job with a lot of these champs as it is. So looks cool. Is he cool? Is he good? Are you going to use him? Should you go for this fusion, this fragment fusion? All right, number one, Carnival Hammer. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit heals this champ by 10% of the max HP. If the target has no active buffs, each hit also fills this champ's turn meter by 10%. A1's an A1, take a heal, why not? A little bit of turn meter on the A1, not bad. He is an HP champ, so he should have a fair amount of HP, right? Force base, legendary, and he is part of the Banner Lords. I would have thought he would have been, I don't know, Banner Lord I don't know. Is he a good guy, or Bannerlord is supposed to be the good guys? Kind of feel like they are, but you never know, man. Maybe they got some bad people in there. They call him the Fool. They put him in Bannerlords. It's kind of awkward. But a decent A1, whatever. You got four books to buff that up. You get 2 on the heal and 2 on the damage. I guess we got to see how hard he's gonna hit. It doesn't seem like someone that's gonna bring a lot of damage, but yeah, you never know. The A2, test your strength. So yeah, this is all about strength. That's a 6-turn cooldown that will book down to 4. It's an AoE, decreases duration of all enemy buffs by 3 turns. Now, if that works against Stone Skin, if that works against, the protected shield sets in Live Arena, that will be insane. That would be, you just get rid of Stone Skin, get rid of the shields, go in and do your damage. I think that would be really strong, and I believe that should not affect. I was hanging out at Nacho stream this morning. I believe that should not proc the polymorph, so even better. So I think the saving grace of my man Timit is that A2 could be insanely strong in Live Arena. I don't know if it's really gonna do the protected buffs or not. I don't know if it will decrease that duration. But I think that's the saving grace. The A2 could be a saving grace. We'll have to find out. It's also an attack, so we have to see what kind of multiplier that'll be and if he'll be hitting hard. And then if you have Kaja the Rai, we don't know what she is. We don't know what she does. We do know what she looks like from that avatar in the event from last week. If she's on the team and there are no enemies with active buffs, it grants an extra turn. Always grants an extra turn if Kaja is on the same team, even if there are enemies with active buffs. So could be a good reason. Could be a good reason to bring them. Get that extra turn no matter what. If Kaja's pretty good, if they're good in Live Arena, that could certainly be pretty helpful. I think he doesn't bring a whole lot more else. I think this is the A3 and the passive are a little strange. Maybe that's why people aren't super amped about this guy, but A3 Kegs of Dread. I don't think he has a keg, but maybe his hammer is kind of like a keg, I guess. Attacks all enemies. Before attacking, places increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns. They love increased accuracy lately. I have a feeling that's going to be important in the future content. We'll see. They keep giving us increased accuracy. Places a True Fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Now this is where he doesn't shine in Live Arena, right? This is like an instant proc of Polymorph, I feel like. Uh, the Fear... any debuffs going out there, I feel like you're pretty much asking for getting polymorphed, and he's doing an AoE of it on his A3 here. So to get that increased accuracy and then get polymorphed, get sheeped right after, obviously not going to be great. And then the passive, Hideous Assistant. So I think the Kaja will play a role here, obviously. Whenever an enemy skill successfully activates while they are under a fear or true fear. So basically, if that fear or true fear procs, or doesn't proc, and they're allowed to do whatever ability they're going, the enemy fills Timit's turn meter by 10%. Yeah, I think this is why people don't like it. That's not that strong. Not strong at all, really. 10% isn't a lot. And, say 4 of them proc, that, you're still only getting 40%. Yeah, I have to say, again, bringing up my man Nacho, he said if that was basically gave him a, like full turn meter or gave him an extra turn or something like that, that would make this a lot more interesting. But the 10% is very meh, very, not so good. The second part of this is whenever an enemy skill does not activate because they're under fear or true fear debuff, places a provoke debuff on the enemy for 1 turn. This particular effect only applies if you got Kaja on the same team. So provokes are good, I guess. He is HP based. Again, just another way to get polymorph. So, you throw the provoke out, but then your polymorph, it really doesn't help a tremendous amount. And then the aura increases ally accuracy in all battles by 50. Not bad, all battle accuracy. Obviously, he's got the increased accuracy on E3, so it kind of makes sense. But my man, Timit the Fool, there's a lot of hate out there for him. I want to see what the multipliers are. Maybe this guy just hits like a truck. That would be pretty crazy. The A2 and A3 are both AoEs. And the A2 to me is very interesting. I want to see how that plays out. I want to see how it works in Live Arena. That could make him, just come in, not have to worry about getting polymorphed on the A2 at least. The A3 and the A3 and then the passive might get it done, but bringing him in for that to be able to clear Stone Skin off like a UDK or a Duchess or something, that would be a huge help. Also, the perfect veils, anything that's really frustrating in Live Arena or Arena in general, certainly could help out there. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but if that is the case, that he could be pretty strong, and then if he hits hard, he could be pretty strong. I don't know. I think the passive is what kind of people aren't happy about. The A3 is kind of, fears, it's a 50-50 if it's going to proc. Those aren't really like the most exciting thing to throw out there. So, it's also possible that future content, they've been talking about this bigger than Doom Tower coming out. Maybe there's something there where you need to have fears or true fears. My man Fortis, they've talked about buffing him, and he's all about the fear and true fears. So maybe even these two could work together well, especially if he gets buffed and Fortis is a lot better at some point. So you never know. You never know. He could be really strong in the future. I say this about every fusion. If you can go for it, I think you should go for it. You may not be in love with him right away, but something could happen. He could get buffed. Content could come out where he would just be perfect for. So it wouldn't be. I don't think it's a bad thing ever going for the fusion. It's a guaranteed legendary. This is a fragment, not a typical fusion event, so it makes things much better. So my recommendation, honestly, I'm going for him. I go for them all, but I'm going for him. I think he could be used right away. If I think that A2 is going to work the way it's going to. And if it doesn't, then maybe future content will come out or he gets buffed. So it's a guaranteed Lego. And hopefully it'll be a fairly easy fragment event. It's during Halloween. We still got, obviously, the Halloween Titan event finishing up here this week. So, you know, you might be using some resources for that. But this will be starting on Thursday, so just a couple days. Tell me what you think. You going for them? Leave a comment in the section below. I would love to hear what you have to say. But until the next video, have an awesome night. Take care.